What's going on, people? Today we're going to get into some edgy topics. We're going to get into some stuff that is, I really can't talk about it on YouTube. I can talk around it. I can kind of talk about it, but I can't get into it. Today what we're going to talk about is saving money on your taxes. 2018 hustler kung fu style. These will be some very real tactics. These will be things that I've used over the years. And I'm going to give you some of the edgy stuff because the statute of limitations is over. All right. This is Glendon Cameron, founder of Hustlers Kung Fu University, where your real financial education begins. We talk about starting businesses, generational wealth, anything that has to do with money. That's what we talk about. And today we're going to get into tax savings. But the daily deal, and you guys are going to like this. You're going to love it, really. I think you're going to love it. I'm not really sure, but we're going to test the waters, so to speak. So what I'm going to do is get in here, make sure everything is working, and we're going to go to my courses, and we're going to go to a bundle as the magic wheel spins. All right. So we'll get to bundles as the magic wheel spins again, and it keeps on spinning. And it keeps on spinning. It keeps on spinning. I think this platform has gotten, I don't know. It's just been there's been some delays. All right. Oh, what I am going to do, as it keeps spinning and it keeps spinning and it keeps spinning, and I'm supposed to have high-speed internet. You know, this is just wild. The internet at home, the internet in the office, if this week has just been a little funky. All right, cool. Now, this is what's going to happen. You won't have to pay that price. Calm down. But tax slayer for the average citizen to win. I'm going to get into some disruptive money stuff. I put writing for cash in here. Tax slayer for the average citizen. Fat Cat secret, save $5,000 to $25,000 off your taxes with a YouTube channel. All right, so what I'm going to do is edit this, and there's really not much there. There's a little bit in some of the stuff, but tomorrow there'll be more stuff. So for everyone that gets in during the live stream, it's 99 bucks. This is all new stuff, so make sure that we have that. And the link should be under the video. So let me just go here real quick. And, oh, I've got to do this. Here we go. So let's get into here. And the link, yeah, today's deal, Tax Slayer, is under the video. No coupon code. You just go ahead and put that in, and you can get it. And once I start adding material, it's going to go drastically up. But I'm going to do some shout outs a little early. I thought I was. Cash from Clutter. Cash from Clutter. Hey, not sure if you're aware of this, but recently my notification bell has been switching to occasional without me pressing anything. What you got to do is to get on the text notification squad. You got to give me your phone number because YouTube be slipping. It has been issue after issue after issue. That's what you got to do if you want to know when these live streams are going to be. This morning I said it was going to be around 6, and I see a lot of people were here waiting, so we'll start announcing that. What's up, Diana Thompson? What's up, Rugged? Ganja 88. Dante J, Dante, Ganja, Raquel, what's going on? The Wild Jones Report, Michael Dennis, Red Light District Zone, Kendall. You're going to love some of the stuff I'm about to talk about. Catherine Designs, what's going on? What's up, Stefan? The Wild Jones Report, Raleigh T. Richardson, Tanker Green, Be Real. What's up, Johnny Walden? You're doing a serious job on the mod. Appreciate you. What's up, Agent J. Poole? Good evening, fellow warriors, Mancan Enterprises. Don Jones, Daphne Jackson, Wire Coaching, what's up? You got your popcorn, Agent J Pool. What's up, Lance, Baroque, Don? You got to refresh. Locks the Chef, greetings. Chris McDonald, what's up? Twins, hey, get on the text notification squad. You can catch me live stream twice a day. What's up, Professor Lex, Don Mode, Lamode, Marquise, Jarista, Charlatan, Carlton, M. Smith. Yes, the text notification is on point. What's up, George? All right, so one more again. I'm going to go ahead and put the Tax Slayer deal up. No need for a coupon. And everyone that gets in during the live stream, it is 99 bucks. See that? That was like real smooth how that happened. And the link is below the video. All right, so let's get into training, and I'm going to give you some stuff. Let's talk about guns. And I will be very careful when I talk about guns because everyone doesn't have the laws that Georgia has. So you got to be careful with that. But I used to get a lot of guns out of storage units. A lot of guns. Some of these guns were garbage. Some of these guns had the serial number filed off. And I know you're going like, why didn't you turn that into the police? And I'm going to tell you. Because if I had turned that gun into the police, more than likely they would have wanted to seize the unit, go through the unit, and possibly good stuff could just walk on the way, just disappear. So I never did that. And I got this gun that was a Colt Python 357. It had the serial number filed off. And I'm like, okay. Now, little did I know that there was several people on the auction trail. Once you, it's almost, you know what? It's like selling drugs. When you know the people, you know their families, you know their kids, they're pretty trustworthy. So I did not sell my guns to any new people. It was only within a well-defined, well-vetted circle. So that's another reason I never had anything happen to me. But once you get some guns, you can make a lot of money by holding guns. There was this guy, Paul Clampett. He used to hold all his guns for a year and have a big sale. And this guy would make 20, 30 grand in 2 days. 2 days. And I learned that if you're getting guns out of storage units or if you're buying a gun per month, that is a form of savings. This is going to be in disruptive money. Part of the gun culture is if you buy Smith & Wesson, Colt, Remington, Taurus is kind of okay, but Browning, you buy good quality guns, they don't lose a lot of value. You go out, shoot them, have a little fun with them, and sell them for pretty much what you paid for them. So my last cachet of guns, I netted 45 grand. Now, due to people watching this video and stuff, I'm not going to say when I sold them. I'm not even going to say who I sold them to. It's just I had a bunch of them. I sold them to 25 people that I knew. Because even though I am out of the storage auction business, they're not really going to pay me much attention. But if I send them a text like, hey, I got some heat. You want to buy it? Instant text back. Yeah. I'm going to tell you a story. That's the statute of limitations are up. Now, anyone here has heard of M16s? You know how you can sell those and how you can't sell those. It has to be pre-1983 because you can't sell them after that. I mean, full M16s, full automatic. Then you have to get a Class 3 tax certificate. It's a bunch of bullshit. It's just crazy. But I got a unit that had 21 of them in it. And I was scared because it is a felony just to have one without the tax certification. Like you find one and you call ATF and stuff like that and let them know where it is, you probably won't get in trouble. But these guns were selling for anywhere from $12,000 to $25,000 a piece. So I had to think really, really quickly because transporting fully automatic weapons is a felony. So if I moved them, and I'm not saying I moved them, but if I moved them, that's a problem. So I made a few phone calls and I had a guy come to the unit He just happened to have the license. And he didn't even play around with me. He said, how much do you want for all of them? I was like, well, And I remember who I was dealing with, because whatever I said, he was going to come down. And I said 20 a piece, and he said 10. So I knew that horse trading was on. I really was comfortable with 12, but I actually got 15.5 out of him per gun. He paid me cash right then and there, and he took them. So understand, if you're skittish about, like, if you have a gun in the house and you're going to piss on yourself because there's a gun, all right, don't mess with this. But if you are smart, you're disciplined, you can buy guns of various quantity, stack them up per year, and sell them person to person. I mean, I didn't see you sell that gun. I don't know who you sold it to. So effectively, you had a lot of money that no one knows you had, and you sold it through sources that no one knows about. That is one of the ways, because this is my whole thing with the tax system. I think it's onerous, and I have never really talked about this, because a lot of stuff that I could talk about, it could potentially because statute of limitations are well over on that, but it could have got me in a little trouble, but now I'm free to speak about it. So that's one of the ways that you can stack cash. Another way that you can stack cash, and it was really interesting, that some people are converting their Bitcoin to gold. I thought that was very interesting. I have a lot of gold. Got most of it out of the storage unit. It was somehow storage unit related. Gold is still instant money. You can buy gold in January, and literally, if you have the right connects, you can sell at, let's see, you wake up at 8, call your connect, it can be gone at 10. Cash money in your pocket. Once again, this is something that Big Brother does not know about. This is why I kind of think that some of the people who are messing around with Bitcoin are not so much the government, but people who do not want a lot of this. And I'm going to give you these economies. There's the primary economy, which is you buy something off Amazon. That's primary economy. Then someone sells what they bought off Amazon on Craigslist. That's the secondary economy. Then the third economy is kind of what I call a soft black market. It's like weed, soft drugs, flipping stuff. And then there's the hardcore black market. Arms, serious drugs, human trafficking. And you've got all of those markets that kind of overlap each other, and they kind of interconnect. So I think people in those markets are not trying to have a traceable currency, if you feel me. Because I thought about it, and I just, I've heard stories. I've never been part of any major transactions. I've just heard stories. But it would not behoove them to have a trackable currency. And Bitcoin can be tracked. Do not fool yourself. And that's one of the issues with it. But with disruptive money, which will be in there, I'll talk about the gun things, and I'll tell you stuff that I will not say on YouTube. I'll talk about, there are so many ways that you can have money in some other form, have it, own it, store it, and sell it without Big Brother being involved. There's a lot of stuff you can do. I know people's heads are spinning, so let me get in the chat room. Let's see. Where did we stop? All right. Jacob Flex, you'll be amazed at the stuff that I'm going to drop. Pharaoh Phoenix, what's up? Dang, Tanker Green, that's messed up. Road Observer, what's up? Stefan, net neutrality. No, it's my internet. AKW Beats, what's up? Levinsky Page, what's up? Glenn, what does Grant Cardone said, Donovan Green? I'll tell you another tax-free story in a minute. Sensei, what's up? Yeah, Nathan Judson, you will get the tax slayer. Everyone that is a paying member of Hustlers Kung Fu, you will get that. Don Jones trying to learn to explain. Yeah, pythons, they had a problem of spinning lead out the side. I found that out when I was testing it. Kimber and Sigs hold good value. Yep, love those guns. Jim Cooper, well, if you were dealing with that, yes, you would. Hence the reason I never told that story until the statute of limitations went by. Dante is funny. Because here's the thing. There's always someone that will buy those guns if you know the right connects. What's up, Tanya, Shalise, Don? Double salute, Tim Henderson. You got to refresh, Don. This guy was not in the government at all. What's up, Ant Banks? Oh, it's very real. Actually, I am talking about having part of your life off the grid. The best way to be off the grid is to have some of your life on the grid, so not to draw suspicion to yourself. What's up, D. Coleman? So here's another situation. And this is about building relationships, being part of the community, knowing certain things. There was a guy, I can't say his name, Richard Strickland, because he's probably out of business now. Richard used to buy buildings of office furniture. Like, let's say there's a 30-story, 40-story, 40-story, 50-story, 100-story building full of office furniture. And the reason that he had a job or a business, so to speak, is when they put this modular furniture in the building, there's a cost to putting it in there and there's a cost to taking it out. So frequently that when these buildings have a lot of this furniture, they will not take it out because they don't want to just spend money needlessly when someone can rent the office space. And then at least they'll have where we get to keep the furniture if you move out or break the lease or something like that. So they're covered there. So Richard was a whale. And I was on the phone every day and I made a deal with Richard. You know, it's like I would point him out the deals, right? So one month I sent him 10 deals. Only 3 came through because, you know, deals are very fragile. They're very flaky. There's a lot of decision makers. You never know how they're going to go. About 6 weeks later, Richard sent me a check for $21,000. He didn't ask for my EIN. He didn't ask for my social or nothing. See, once you kind of get to know people, get involved in certain things, there's a lot of money that's off the books. But if you're just always trying to get some internet hack, and we'll talk about BitConnect and that fiasco, everything we do online is tracked. Everything we do online is cataloged. If you want to make money off the grid, you will have to get in your community. You have to get to know people. Upscale garage sale, all that cash money. I don't know what happened to it. I think my partner got off with it. So there's so many ways that you can make money off the grid. And I'm going to list some stuff and I'm going to talk about some more stuff. This dude Bakes, what's up? Now, what I'm going to do in the Tax Slayer course, and for those of you who are just popping in, I'm going to talk about some very edgy stuff. I'm not even going to get into it onto YouTube. I'll tell you about some stuff that I did. The gun stuff is going to be part of Disruptive Money Business Edition. Writing for Cash, there's a lot that's done. There's nothing for Tax Slayer for Beyond Average Citizen right now. And I put the Fat Cat Save 100 to 2,500 off of your taxes with a YouTube channel. There's not a lot here, hence the price is $99. And as I add more, the price will go up. So just to let you know, and the link for that is below the video. Now, one of the big problems with people making money off the books is your mouth. You must develop a certain level of secrecy. You can't tell the girl you banging. You can't tell your wife, because I have secrets. I have some crazy secrets that I've never told anyone. And guess what? It ain't never gotten out. It's amazing how that happens. When I see secrets, I have secrets where I did something and I never told anyone. Nobody. And it's never come back to bite me in the ass. It's never come back to haunt me because I never told anybody. I was dating this chick and she was trying to figure out some of the stuff that I had did with my tax structure. And I just wouldn't tell her. I was like, that ain't for you to know. And she's like, come on, trust me. I was like, you know, every time someone says that, they usually prove out to be untrustworthy because you want to know too bad. So that was first rule. And like 3 months later, she was gone. And, you know, with the, quote, Me Too movement, like this crap that happened to Ansari, she's just mad. So let's say I gave some chick all of the secrets, let her knew where all the bodies were, body metaphorically. I've never killed anybody. I'm not saying that. And she got mad at me. Yep. I mean, there's like 4 or 5 different ways she can burn me. So I don't ever, you cannot ever tell anybody what you do. If you got a gold hustle where you're making like 10 G's a month flipping gold, you cannot tell anybody. And one of the things that you got to caution yourself against is pillow talk. You got to do that. And this is like, I mean, it's kind of like a little gangsterish, I know, because I've had some people who, I just pretty much have a policy of keeping people out of my business. Because if I don't tell them, they're not involved, it never comes back on me. I never hear about it. There's no slip ups. But the minute, and I've never told anybody some of this stuff. I've told about the AK, you know, the M16s, because the statute of limitations was over there, and it was kind of like sketchy because there's really not a lot that anyone can put anything on. Ganji, what money? I had a fire recent. Big Connect with a joke. Sure thing done, Jones. Snitches get stitches. You do. You really do have to get amnesia. I did not punch any kittens. I mean, seriously, they will come for you. You never know. Also, some other things is you have to develop this mindset of what you're doing is you're taking care of you. Perhaps you're taking care of a family. Now, once again, I'm not condoning crime. Let's be real clear about this. I'm not condoning going out and robbing someone. I'm not condoning going up, sticking up stores or robbing banks. I'm not talking about that. Be very distinct. I'm talking about you creating businesses, hustles, where you exchange something for something and it's an honest transaction and you just leave Big Brother out. That's what I'm talking about, just to be real clear. Nathan Justin, Grandpa said secret between 2 people, make sure the other person is dead. I just really run alone on a lot of stuff. Tight lips will never sink your ship. That's true, Aunt Banks. What's up, Dana? Sold and not told. And definitely, what did Alicia Keys do, Tinder Henderson? What's up, Christian? Jim Cooper. BC Angel Pants. I learned there are 5 things you never really talk much about: your love life, your money, your next move, your best kept secret. You got to develop, and I'm going to tell you, it's kind of lonely because I got some juicy secrets. And this is one of the reasons I don't drink a lot. I have 2 drinks every few months. That's it, because I am scared of what will happen if I get drunk. I may start running off the, I don't know. I've never been drunk, so I don't know what I would do. But you got to keep this very hush-hush, because did you know that if someone reports you to the Internal Revenue Service and the Internal Revenue Service collects, they get 10%? Oh yeah, there's a lot of ways that you can get handled. Nope. Casa Sorte. I love that movie. Andre Kelly, pretty much. Yeah, what was five? Because you did four. Now, another thing that we're going to do with the Disruptive Tax Slayer program, and pretty much the YouTube course is going to be well worth it, because right now there's all this stuff going on with YouTube, demonetization. All right, this channel existed in 2009, 2010, and 2011 before AdSense. If you take a different kind of approach, it's not a big problem. It's not even a problem at all. But what I'm going to do with the YouTube course is spell out how you can save without monetization, because the thing is, you got to create a business. You got to create a legitimate business, and I will walk you through that. Matter of fact, let me kind of go through this again. Make sure that I'm telling you guys correctly. So disruptive money, this is going to be all of the wow stuff. Writing for cash, that's going to help you set up goals in journaling. Tax Slayer for beyond the average citizen. All right, now this is we're going to get into how you can kick it with the current tax system, which give Donald Trump props, give the GOP props. They cut that tax rate from 31%, 35% to 21%. So if you start a business now, that's an automatic 14 points that you're going to get, that you're going to save. Now, someone asked earlier about, the tax deductions for people who are self-employed or salespeople. All right, let me just go ahead and explain it to you plainly and briefly. There are none. There ain't nothing you can do. That new 12,500 minimum maximum deduction, unless you just have a lot of property, unless you have a business, there is really nothing you can do to mess with that. I've paid more than $12,000 rent on one office, and I got two. So that's something that I'm actually probably going to file an extension, because it's a lot of stuff I got to do with that. But I'm probably not going to pay any taxes, or I will pay very little, because I spent so much last year. And that's another thing. But for the Tax Slayer for the beyond the average citizen, I'm going to give you some guidelines. I'm going to give you some things that you can do. Now, let's be very, very clear. You cannot do this as a sole proprietor. You must organize an LLC. You must do this. You must play the game this way. This is the only way you can play this game, because as a sole proprietor, you're not a corporation, and you're going to pay that. I don't know. I'm not going to even say that, because I don't know if that's true. But I do know that the 21% tax rate for companies and corporations is real. Now, companies still have a lot of deductions. Still do. So imagine if you only paid 10% of your taxes in federal tax. Just 10% across the board. That's optimum. That's reasonable. That's doable, and that still leaves you a lot of money to do what you need to do. So we're going to talk about those strategies. We're going to talk about the mindset, because you cannot go into this like a scared little bitch. You cannot do that. It's like, well, what about this? What about this? I have done, how can I say this? I've done things that were not unethical. They were purely ethical, but because I left Big Brother out, that's when it became a little gray matter. And I sleep like a baby. Like, once again, I'm not talking about trafficking. I'm not talking about hurting anybody. I'm not talking about robbing anybody. I'm just talking about creating transactions that you leave Big Brother out. And the only way you're going to do this is you keep it to yourself. You cannot tell a neighbor. You cannot tell your wife. You can't. Let's say she gets jammed up and they come after you, and she honestly doesn't know. They give her a lie detector. She passes because she don't know. And I'm telling you, and even, I'm actually being a little glib, because even if you get caught for some kind of financial scam or financial deal, even if you get caught, more than likely you're getting probation and a fine. Now, there's some stuff that I did that clearly could have had some serious implications, but I saw that money. Dude was there. It was an even transaction. There was no like gangsters. There was nobody standing around with guns and stuff like that. It was nothing like that. And no drugs. I will say this. I've never sold drugs. I've never sold weed. I never sold. I will tell you, and I was scared. Peter Street. I got this unit, and it was full of ecstasy. I didn't even know what it was until one of my friends told me. Because I took it home in the van. And I was like, what is this? And part of the reasons that I keep quiet is you never know what happened to the person who had that unit. So that's another reason I don't talk about a lot of stuff, because that person would probably be pissed at what I did to the ecstasy, which is flush it. Like I said, I'm not a believer in selling drugs. I am not like mad at people who sell what I consider soft drugs like weed or something like this, but I wasn't going to participate. And oh man, when I found that weed and I got rid of all the weed, I had one of my friends, he was about to cry. He said, you had a bag of weed why didn't you call me? I'm like, dude, he's like, I wouldn't have snitched. A bag of, he would look like he wanted to cry. I used to flush drugs. I used to flush narcotics. I just didn't feel comfortable messing with that stuff. But it was out there. Let's see. You had people call your job because you would not deal with them? Dang. Telling your business make you lose focus on your hustle. People know about your secrets and think that you have a right to advise you. Oh, Alicia Key. Oh, well, she stole. I can see his face, but I can't think of his name. Wow. Incredibly gay. How did you learn about all this stuff? It was a lot of the dudes in the storage auction business. Those guys are very much about staying off the grid, and some of those guys were millionaire. Sharp, nope, it's not applicable. You can't do it as a sole proprietor. No bitch assness allowed. Big Connect. If you hit the windfall this year, would you buy the modern house in cash in the same year to offset Rockstone? No. I can't hit, I don't play, but if I were to play and win, I would just take the money in my LLC. I mean, the tax rate's going to be pretty, well, I don't know about that. I don't know if the tax rate would be 38%. I don't know. But I would take it through my LLC, and then I would file taxes because that year would show an amazing profit, and then I would never show another profit again. John Martin, I ain't even, you have no clue to the stuff that will be in that course. I remember the story of the Kush falling out the dash. Swiss Beats, yeah, that's it. Tanker Green, that's it. Back in the day before these shows came on, I will divulge one drug story in the course. I could tell that because I got rid of it. But I found like 2 bricks of heroin, and I got rid of that. I did not know what this was. It's like I always needed someone else to tell me what this stuff was. Let's see. Jake, can you do it as an unregistered company? No. What's up, Range Owens? Concur. Bought 2 courses so far. What platforms besides eBay and Amazon do you recommend to sell on? Well, one of the things that I did, and I will go into this a little deeper, I'm going to have to watch this video to make sure I touch all these points, is I created a situation with the upscale garage sale. I created my own situation. For a lot of this stuff to work, because if you sell on eBay, you sell on Amazon, you're going to get a big fat 1099 every year. So that's part of the problem. I think that's a wonderful thing, Jonathan Phillips. What's up, Lieutenant Johnson? Jim Cooper. All right, so just let you know how this course is going to go. There's really nothing there. Tomorrow, I'm going to be putting talks. I'm going to be putting trainers. It's going to be wild. It's going to be fun. I'm going to make it fun. So what will happen, and just to be really clear about this, let me make sure that I get onto that. Okay. So, like I said, other than writing for cash, there's nothing there. I'm going to work on disruptive money first. Then I'm going to do tax slayer. But disruptive money, I'm going to talk about a lot of the things that I did that were forms of money that you really would be blown away by. And essentially, you buy this for $99, and as I update it, you have access to it. After tonight, or whenever I let this stop this, whenever I add stuff to it, I'm probably going to raise it to $200. So this is your get in now, get in deal. This is going to be really, really crazy because the value will be like I said, when I get in there, you will see, because these would be stories of stuff you can do, things you can collect, even how to get a lot of scrap metal, just all alternative forms of money. I'll be talking about gold. I'll be talking about silver. So you buy tonight at $99. Whatever I do or raise the price, you're locked in on these 1, 2, 3, 4 courses. I can tell you, the YouTube advice alone is well worth the $99. So yes, you will be locked in on that, because tomorrow it's going to be wild. Let's see. You reading? I mean, it's deep, Ray. It really is. That's funny. Demetrius Allen Adams. I'm coming into a large sum of cash plus income tax. What course do I take to grow and make my money make money? I have no investing courses. All my courses are active starting businesses. How much money are you coming into? And then I can advise you. So, because I'm about to go in just a minute. So for those of you who want to go ahead and grab that, make sure you make your purchases now. Because like, without really knowing what you're getting, my advice to you would be to put your money in the bank and try to start a business without it. Because having a lot of money can make you make a lot of frivolous mistakes. So I would probably, let me see. I would probably advise you, because like the deal tonight is tax slayer deal, which is $99. But let's see. What I would do, I would advise you, because I don't know what you like to do. This is what I advise for everybody. The Writing for Cash Superior Mindset Bundle. I recommend, I keep hitting the wrong thing. I recommend this. So for fast startups, I recommend, now if you want to get your legal structure set up, I recommend this. So it just kind of really depends. I need more information from you. So that's it. And all the links are below the video. That will be in the course, Don Jones. 10 bands, 10K. Definitely put that money in the bank and get you a service hustle or something like that, because 10 grand will go really, really quick. So, oh man, this ain't nothing. This ain't nothing. Wait until what comes. There's a lot of stuff that's coming. Because the thing is, like Dimitri, he's getting 10 grand. Take that money, put it in the bank. That should be your attitude money. Try not to touch any of it, and then start a service business or something else and get some more cash coming in. Tim Henderson, I love people. I really have a lot of where did they go? Okay, that just disappeared. I love people. I have a lot of secrets. Okay, it's 6:46, so you'll have a few hours to get the Tax Slayer program. I'll start updating it tomorrow. If you want to not miss any live streams, be sure to go below the video, get on the text notification screen, and y'all have a good evening. Because like I said, I'll talk about some more stuff in the morning. I will be here. Let me pick a time. 9 a.m. I can do that because my life is a little weird at times. But 9 a.m. tomorrow will be the next stream, or a little bit before, because that I can keep. So we'll talk about that. All right, so you got your marching orders. If you want to be part of some amazing and crazy stories, because I can put them in my course and I don't have to worry about YouTube censoring me, you'll be in for a wild ride. All right, so I want to thank you for joining me this afternoon. Y'all have a great evening. I am about to bounce. Be sure to subscribe. Be sure to leave a comment once this video renders, and I'll see you guys in the morning.